Hi, good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Facebook Live. I'm Kwon.
I'm Scott Engen. It is Friday. Happy Friday to you all. The weekend is on its way, but we got to talk about some cold temperatures once Dillon joins us. Before we get there, I'm going to tell you, you can always watch this Facebook Live between 8:30, 9 o'clock. We usually do it. You can watch it live on Facebook, obviously, also on our InForum YouTube channel or on your favorite podcast platform. Just go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Scott just mentioned some road conditions, and actually this morning we were sent out to I-94, and we just kind of took a drive to see if there are any accidents or spinouts, and our photographer Travis and I, we were out there. We saw about 4 cars that either spun out or were in the ditch on I-94 from that stretch between University Drive and Veterans Boulevard, and one of those spinouts actually caused some traffic to get really backed up. We're talking eastbound traffic on 94 all the way to around Veterans. It should be a little bit better now, but again, that was what we saw when we were out there this morning. We were also hearing from Sergeant Jesse Grabo that troopers were currently out with 18 vehicles that slid off the road, 2 crashes in the northwest and west central Minnesota region. So again, this is a really good reminder to just take it slow out there and don't underestimate these road conditions.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Is Dillon over there? There he is.
Sorry,
There he
hair
is.
that's stuck up with my hat here this morning.
It's okay. You're outside in the cold. It's
Yeah.
all right that you have hats.
Yeah.
It doesn't go down.
It's okay.
Okay, I went outside to show this. This is the snow crust that formed last night when temperatures were 36 degrees in Grand Forks and 34 degrees in Fargo. Of course, it's melting right now.
Yeah.
But if you go outside and you walk in the snow, if you're interested in that, you'll notice that it's very crunchy. And it's crunchy because we have that crust. Grand Forks saw light rain last night. Fargo saw a little bit of light rain mist. And what happened is that light rain mist froze on top of the snow, and you have this crust that's crunchy. And it's stopping the snow from beneath it, which is the light fluffy snow that would cause a blizzard,
Right.
from blowing around. And that's why we don't have a blizzard this morning. We just have some drifting and blowing snow, but it's
Yeah.
not as bad as it could be for sure. But on top of that, of course, we did get a little bit of rain, a little bit of mist. You guys already
Yeah.
talked about the road conditions. So there are some slippery spots. It's not the worst travel day, but there are definitely slippery spots, and they'll surprise you. So
Yeah.
gotta be careful.
Good
Don't
reminders
use
there.
cruise, just go slower.
Yeah.
But the breeze will stay for a couple more hours throughout the morning hours. It's slowly settling on down. The windiest time is past us now. And temperatures will continue to fall through the day, and it is going to be so cold.
Oh.
The rest of the weekend, all of next week, just like my fingers are because I'm holding this snow.
It's like melting in your fingers as you
It
speak.
is literally melting. There's like a puddle beneath me. There's not actually, but made you both look.
Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you, Dylan. All right, let's get on to some other local headlines this morning. We have new developments on a case out of Grand Forks. We now know when we could see a man on trial for a murder investigation that we've been following since last year. 39-year-old Kindy Jallo was charged with murder and tampering with evidence after 67-year-old Douglas Elgert was found dead at his home in May of 2022. Jallo had told neighbors and police he found Elgert unresponsive, but an autopsy determined Elgert had died due to blunt force trauma. Jallo was then arrested for tampering with evidence when his shoes had been found in a nearby dumpster with blood on them. He was then charged with murder in August, and then during a hearing yesterday, it was determined that Jallo would go to trial for this incident this May. That trial is expected to last about 2 weeks.
New gun control legislation is facing some heated opposition in Minnesota State Capitol right now. We know Democratic lawmakers are urging for some more gun control, including deeper background checks and a ban on guns on Capitol property, which is something that Minnesota's governor has discussed himself. But those against more gun control are calling it extreme and unconstitutional and argue that it's not going to help with the state's current problem with gun violence. So we'll keep tracking that for you.
Yeah, staying in the State House, a Minnesota bill creating protections for discrimination against ethnic hairstyles has passed in the Senate. As WDAY previously reported, the Crown Act, as it's being called, will add protection to the state's existing human rights statute. Braids, locks, and twists would be offered as protection in this, as well as natural hairstyles and textures.
Yeah, and during that same hearing, actually, the Senate also passed a bill to make Juneteenth an official state holiday, something that less than half the country has done at a state level. We know both North Dakota and South Dakota do recognize it as a holiday.
Switching to the North Dakota State House, the House of Representatives have passed a bill making it a crime to let people under the age of 18 attend drag shows. The House approved the bill 79-13 yesterday. The proposal would ban drag shows and other adult cabaret shows from being held in public or where minors may see them. The first offense is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in prison and a $3,000 fine. That is bumped up to a felony with 5 years in prison time and then a $10,000 fine for a second offense. Supporters of this bill say it will protect children from sexualized performances. However, opponents say it suppresses the freedoms and expressions of LGBTQ plus folks and performers. Now the bill will head to the state Senate in March.
Okay, today I was out on assignment. I was at North Dakota's largest boat show, which is returning to the Fargodome starting today. Super exciting. You have all weekend to go out to the Red River Valley Boat and Marine Products Show. You got noon to 8 today, you got 10 a.m. to 8 tomorrow, and then 10 to 5 on Sunday. Tickets, $10 for adults, $2.50 for kids 6 to 12, and kids younger than that get in for free. I think I just memorized that entire thing.
Yeah, it sounds like a fun event. It looks cool. You found some cool boats out
Yeah,
there.
oh my gosh.
And they have a lot more than just boats out there. So you can go out there, check out the cool boats, check out all the coolest marine products and all those types
Jet
of things.
skis, all of it. Yeah, it's very fun out there.
Cool. All right, on the national scale, big story today out of Memphis, Tennessee. Many after-school events are canceled as the city braces for the release of police body cam footage. Lawyers for the family of Tyree Nichols say it shows his brutal beating during a traffic stop earlier this month. Nichols did die days later, and 5 Memphis police officers that were involved in that whole situation are now fired, and they face murder charges. Now, this isn't just in Memphis. This is something that police officers are gearing up for. Law enforcement from New York to Los Angeles say that they're planning for potential unrest, and they're extending shifts and actively activating more officers.
All right, we got Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, 9 to 11, WDAY Extra, InForum.com. Big playoff weekend. We got Bengals versus Chiefs. Apparently, Patrick Mahomes has a bad ankle.
Yeah, he sprained it in last week's game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So there's been talk all week long about if he's healthy enough to play. Early signs show that he is healthy enough. So we'll see what happens, but big game there. The Bengals have won their last 3 against Kansas City.
Who do you got?
Bengals.
Yeah? Okay.
Going with Joe Burrow.
Yeah? Okay. I like to hear that
Plus,
too.
I don't like Patrick Mahomes. Sorry, Chiefs
Wow, it's getting heated over here.
I'm biased.
We also got Eagles versus the 49ers, Jalen Hurts versus Brock Purdy, so that's going to be an interesting matchup as well.
Yeah, Dom's going to talk about all of that on Hot Mic. Starts at 11, starts at 9, goes to 11. You can watch it on WDAY Extra and InForum.com.
Yeah. All right, don't forget for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to InForum.com by going on InForum.com/subscribe, and you can just get that deal.
You can watch the news again at 11, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And First News will return for Weekend Edition, and then again on Monday from 5 to 7.
All right, see you guys then.
Bye. Have a great day and a great weekend. Stay warm.